All right guys, it's giveaway time. We got this 1990 Mustang GT. It's got a 331 small block Ford, and it's got a big single turbo. Makes a lot of power, and it's gonna be a whole lot of fun for somebody this spring. You can go to streetracingchannel.com. Every dollar you spend on the website is an entry. So if you buy a $28 shirt, get 28 entries. Don't miss out, guys. Contest ends soon. See y'all later.
What are we doing?
Billy wants to get snapped off. I've been finger
banging the laptop.
He's been finger banging the laptop all afternoon, making test hits, running up and
I
down
haven't
the road.
been making no test hits. All I did was go down and get gas, came back. I made a pull on the way back just to make sure it's okay. What have you been doing, huh? You've been over here filling both bottles and
both bottles. There's only
turning
one
both
bottle.
kits on.
There's only one bottle in this car. I warmed it up and I'm ready.
He broke down earlier today.
He did break
in his
down.
daily.
You want to talk about that?
Yeah, the freaking pulley fell off the alternator. Not my fault.
Not your fault.
Not my fault.
Jimmy, are you flagging this thing?
Oh yeah, I got suckered into flagging it.
Where's your
That's
coon
all right.
hat?
I told Billy, you know, those nitrous cars don't have any problem spooling, so old man will sit here as long as it takes for that thing to get ready.
So you're rooting for this thing then?
Well, of course,
Absolutely.
Yeah. Both kids, we're spraying the house down over here.
I have no boost control.
Here we go.
The excuses.
Pre-excuses. No excuses over here.
It's
We're
not my
gonna knock
problem.
the doors off
You're
that
the
thing.
one that came
Oh, it's
woofing.
gonna be a problem.
You're the one that came woofing. You came woofing at me. So don't start with, oh, I ain't got no boost controller.
Hey,
You
loser
knew that
has
before
to
you
eat
started
their dinner
woofing.
with their hands.
Yeah.
Loser has to eat their dinner with their hands.
Hey, we'll see.
That's pretty
Lock
gross.
it in.
Lock it in.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be great.
Dude, you're an idiot. He's gonna have pizza. So if he loses, he's literally just gonna use pizza with his hands like a normal person.
No, dinner's
I'll make
pasta.
it. You have to eat
Mom already
Marzetti.
made
Yeah, you have to eat
pasta.
Marzetti.
No, I'm not eating Marzetti.
You have to eat Marzetti.
No, you're eating Marzetti. That's your problem.
If I win, you have to eat
No,
Marzetti.
I'm not eating
Oh,
Marzetti.
come on.
Jesus.
You're
Are
not
you
winning.
serious?
You're not winning,
That's
so
how
don't
it's
make
gonna
me.
win. If
bro.
the old man loses and the old man eats Marzetti
Okay.
with his hands,
I'm not
that's
eating
hilarious.
terrorist pizza. I'm
Dude,
not
you
eating
gotta
terrorist
eat the
pizza.
Marzetti.
You gotta
with your
eat
hands if you lose.
a medium steak.
You gotta eat a medium dick, Thomas.
He had a medium
Let's go get this thing done. I got shit to do.
All right.
Marzetti
Who's gonna
with
pour
your
my
hands
puddle
if you lose.
first off?
That's not
Well,
my
I
problem.
guess Rob can do that. We'll just set a light at the finish line when we get there, and nobody has to be at the finish line because we got GoPros.
Don't
all right?
worry, it'll
You gonna
work
put a
out.
GoPro on his car?
Yeah, do we have to mark it?
I know where
It's-
the finish line is.
There's a paint
Okay,
mark, I
okay.
think, still.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
It's
You gonna
fine.
mark the
everything's
finish line when we get there?
I'll set a light out there. It's
All
not my first radio. Let's go. Where's my tire pressure gauge?
It's right here.
Hey, that's the best play he's got in his playbook, huh? He does that to me.
I need to drop mine too.
That's not my problem.
That's rough. that was my advantage. We'll try it again. I gotta figure this thing out. It's getting hot.
Let's go back to the house.
Alright. Rob wants to make one in his car. Being victorious.
Are you though?
Win to
really?
win. Win to win, baby. I just wish he would have bet that he would have had to eat Marzetti with his hands.
I would have really loved to see that. Or just get him to eat Marzetti in general.
Yeah, I mean, he's never had Marzetti in his whole life.
He won't eat
He
it.
doesn't eat Italian, anything other than pizza.
Your hit looks solid.
Did it look good?
Yeah, it really did.
Felt really good.
Took that bitch out the back, though.
I didn't know where to lift. I ran at 7,000 in high gear.
Was that spraying anything?
Yeah. I left the same thing that we had in it when we tried to make the hit over there. And
About 100 shot or?
what did we put in? 150?
So,
Yeah, it was 150.
It left good. Like it barely rotated the tire, and then but it like extended and fucking.
I could have left harder. I just wasn't sure. New transmission and stuff. Wasn't sure.
draggy in it.
I forgot to turn it on. I totally forgot about I had it. It felt really good. I just wasn't sure.
This thing works really well. It's just I got to get it figured out. I might have to put a head gasket on it or something. I feel like it's got to be drinking water or something.
Yeah, we might have to take it apart.
It's not hard to do.
No.
It was probably from the first day we got it when it made all that boost because the wastegate was pinned and it was on pump gas.
Not only that, it's been hot.
You got an OG Boston George shirt on. That's pretty rare.
Rest in peace.
Victorious.
Victorious.
Congratulations.
I wouldn't hardly. I mean, if he got to the line first, I guess, but you know, I wouldn't call it a victory.
Again, who's ready?
Transmission in the Malibu's done.
Is that what that was?
Well, it spun,
Yeah.
but
It sounded like it like popped a little bit.
well, that's because I forgot to freaking purge the nitrous. But when I stuck it in second gear, it straightened up, and I was going, and I stuck it in high, and then it just laid over real bad. So Jimmy and I tested it on the way back a couple times. High gears out of it.
Oh no.
I mean, you can drive it. It drives perfectly fine, but when you try to put power to it, it's not good.
Hey, at least you figured out before you take it racing this weekend.
Right.
My transmission's done up at Vickers. I just need to go get it. Oh, on motor.
Oh, that was on motor when it left?
Yeah.
Okay, so a bet's a bet. You either have to eat your dinner with your hands or try a bite of Marzetti.
Oh!
Did you even wash your hands?
No.
He's a f***ing ape.
Noodles with your fingers.
Off. That's great.
Bet's a bet.
Man, it was a word, I guess.
That's the second time you've been beat by a Mustang on that road.
First one that beat me that I didn't tune. Come home.
Alright, so we're back at the shop. We're working on putting this AccuSump on. We got it mounted in the car. We got the line ran out here. We've got an oil filter adapter, and it basically it's for an in and an out. We're only going to use the out to run it to the AccuSump, and then it'll basically force oil back and forth, you know, depending on the oil pressure and the oil flow in the engine. They didn't send us the right bolts though. These are too long for our block, and then these are a little bit too short. So we got to go to the hardware store and get some different bolts for this adapter. If you look up in here, I'll show you what's going on. So that's our adapter, and then this line will go to the AccuSump. This line's gonna get a plug, so we'll plug it off. I would have rather just have a adapter with one outlet, but they didn't have one that was long enough because this block is different. so you couldn't get to the ports with the other adapter. This bolt way too long, this bolt too short, so I gotta get something in between, so I gotta go to hardware.
Go to Royal King?
No, probably not Royal King.
No popcorn?
I mean, there's popcorn in most hardware stores, to be honest.
Yeah,
There's
but
popcorn
you know
base.
Royal King hits special.
No, I mean, sometimes they should be old.
You gotta hit it at the right
Ace
time.
or A1, or not A1, but the hardware in Pataskala, they got popcorn.
They do?
Go to True Value.
Alright.
True Value don't have it, then Do It Best still have it in Pataskala.
Check out the new shirts. I want to go out there in the light. Those are sharp. I dig that.
Yeah, so it says on the front, has Billy ran yet? If you guys, everybody knows that people say that. I don't know why.
People have been
say
wanting
that.
a shirt like this forever. So.
I don't know why it started, but it started and it is what it is. So we're gonna take advantage of it and put it on a shirt. So
Show me the back again. That's pretty cool. I dig that.
yeah, so these are gonna be available on the website Friday. So if this video is out on Friday, then they're available. If not, then they're probably available because it'll be later than Friday. But if you get one of these, get a chance to win this car. So, the infamous Malibu beater.
That's all it took. You're not that cool. He's even got a trailer hooked up to it.
What is the trailer even for? What is it gonna haul?
Some boards. Something you don't know how to get. Can't even grab a rebound. Be honest, how long does it usually take you to find what you're looking for?
Honestly,
You just keep opening stuff until you start getting closer and closer.
yeah. I mean, if we're going by what's happening right now, I would say it's taken me about 15 seconds. I mean, what would you say? I mean, we
Well,
just walked in.
When I go to Rural King, I really struggle. I don't know if it was just a me problem or...
Rural King is tough. Rural King is tough, I'll give you that. It's hard to find stuff at Rural King.
I think you found what you're looking for there,
So
but
this is what we've come up with. The ones that were too short, we got ones that are a 1/4 inch longer. The ones that were too long, we got one 1/4 inch shorter. That's the best we could do, because these are obviously 2 1/4, this is 2 1/2, this is 3, but this is 2.75. So, yeah. Tommy, it's your worst nightmare.
that's a good
You
one.
want to tell them about the time that you tried to mix fuel for a weed eater?
Well, I did exactly what it said.
Yeah, what happened to the weed eater?
I still to this day don't think it was the fuel I mixed.
What happened to the weed eater after you mixed it?
It
It ceased to exist.
ceased to exist, but I don't know. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure either way, like,
I think you're best off with just an electric.
that's what I got.
Yeah.
I like my electric weed eater. It works really well. It's low maintenance.
Mhm.
It's perfect for me.
Yeah.
But I don't
math
understand how
involved.
I could have mixed the fuel so bad to the point where I broke it. Like, you add one of these to like a 3 gallon or whatever miniature gas can.
1 gallon.
Yeah, that's what I had, a 1 gallon gas can, and I put one of those in a 1 gallon
Are you
gas
sure
can.
it was a 1 gallon?
Yeah. You know it too, because before it was my job, it was yours, and we had that little 1 gallon gas can. I put one of these in there, and then it just never ran after that. So
Maybe you were just unlucky.
I'd say so. Hey, you remember when you put diesel fuel on Dad's lawn tractor? His gas lawn tractor? Remember that?
Hang on. Hi, scrappers. Hi, scrap. What do you think of the new shirts, huh? You like them? You like them? We need to have a shirt with Scrappy on it. If I want to do something that tight, that's not under pressure.
If we remade this line to where it came down and under, that might work better.
That'd probably be okay. Because, I mean, these hang lower than anything.
Right. If we redid this and come this way with it instead of try there. That would let this swivel away from there better.
Might be better. how much that'll flow.
That was pretty quick, bro. That's pretty good.
That's how much a 16 flows.
Was that the whole fuel cell?
Yeah.
Was it full? Dang.
It was close.
Are you fixing it? Fixing it?
He's fixing to fix it.
He's fixing to fix it. I fixed it. All right, so gonna show you guys what all we've done. We took the regulators out of the equation. We used to run these regulators here. If you look down in here, you can see what we had before. Basically, it had a return that went back to the pan right here. That was the return. This used to be the feed, and then this was the outlet to the turbo. So we've run our line straight to the turbo now with a restrictor. So there's a restrictor right here. Instead of running this regulator, we're basically just not running this regulator anymore. That alone has made the oil pressure go up about 10 pounds. It used to idle about 85 pounds cold, now it's 95, and when you rev it, it's over 100. So I think that's going to be a huge improvement in itself. Not returning that oil and circulating it all the time. Now it's just going to go through the turbo at a smaller rate and back through the normal turbo returns. It's got -12 returns on it back to the pan. So for extra insurance, we added the Moroso oil accumulator. What it does basically is there's a piston in here, and then there's air pressure on the back side of it. So you charge this up, and then you set the pressure at like 10 psi. So there's 10 psi of air in here pushing back against the oil. When you start the car, the pressure of the oil overcomes that 10 psi, and then you can watch the pressure rise in the accumulator as the engine is starting up and running. Another thing you can do is you can pre-oil your motor. If you start it up and it's cold or something, you can have this closed, and then you can shoot a charge of air in here, say 80-100 psi, open it, and it'll actually push oil into the motor before you even start it. So that's kind of nice too. Definitely good cheap insurance. I think it was only like $200 or $300 to do all this. And basically, like as you're going down the track, if you start to lose oil pressure, it's going to move that piston this way and force oil back into the motor right to that oil filter adapter. So yeah, it's pretty neat. I'll start it up and you can watch the pressure rise in this. So basically, you have to run an additional 2 to 3 quarts of oil in the engine to run that accumulator. We were already running at 2 quarts high, so I may add just another half quart, but I think we should be pretty good. We also fixed a fitting up here that was rubbing on our crank trigger wheel. There was a fitting down here on our oil pump that was rubbing a little bit, and I think we've got that better situated now. We put new valve cover gaskets on it. It had those it was like a rubber gasket before, and it was kind of thin and it wasn't sealing very well. I like the thick cork gaskets. They seem to work a lot better. So we've pretty much got everything taken care of. I think it's ready to race this weekend, or at least test. And you know, I really feel like our oil pressure issues are going to be solved at this point. We've done about all we can do aside from going to a dry sump oil system. And there's a lot of guys out there not running a dry sump oil system and still getting by just fine at this level, so I don't see why we can't do it. But that'll provide extra insurance and definitely makes me a lot happier about the whole deal.
You working on Dad's junk now?
Yeah, so he fried the transmission in this thing trying to beat me the other night.
Yeah.
Now we got to take the transmission out, and he's got another transmission he's on his way back with from Dion's. So
Is it a 4L60? Please don't tell me it's another 700R. Are you serious?
It's another $700. Dion already told him that second gear in this thing is a band, and there's really nothing you can do to make second gear stronger. It's got a better input shaft, I believe, and it's got some better parts inside of it, but the band is
He's
what it is.
wasting his time so bad. He needs to put a 4L80 or a fucking turbo 400 in this thing.
Turbo 400 or a 4L80, I agree.
He's wasting his time.
Or maybe one of those new 10 speeds. That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
But
Or like a 6L80.
It'd have to be electronic. He's not
Oh,
about
he doesn't.
that.
He doesn't like that.
That'll close this video out, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. See you next time.